What's going on, everyone? It's the Fantasy Football Almanac, back at it with another fantasy football video. Today we are going to be talking about waiver wire for week 12 of the NFL season. But before we get into it, if you guys could go down and give this video a like. I am answering every single fantasy football comments. If you guys have any questions, whether it be waiver wire, I know the trade deadline just passed for most people, but trades, start sits, anything, I would love to help you all out. And subscribe to the channel, turn that notification bell on so you do not miss another video. With that, guys, let's hop right into it with our first waiver wire pickup for the week. The first guy I want to talk about is Latavius Murray. With Melvin Gordon waived by the Denver Broncos, it looks like Latavius Murray is going to be the lead back, and we saw that this past week already, garnering 17 carries on 50% of total snaps. Yes, he was relatively inefficient with that, but he did end up scoring 15 fantasy points with a touchdown. He also did receive 4 targets and converted that into 4 receptions, and we have seen him be utilized as a pretty decent target guy since he's been there. Well, I don't think he's an absolutely fantastic running back. I think he is absolutely worth it to pick up on waivers. Right now, he is only 25% rostered, so you can easily go out there and pick him up if need be. Also, alongside that, Chase Edmonds is expected to miss at least a few weeks due to a high ankle sprain, so Latavius Murray is walking into just guaranteed volume here, and at the end of the day, the running back position, that's what matters. Who cares that he's 32? This is guaranteed production at a position that historically guaranteed production is what matters here. Yeah, he's not going to be an explosive Saquon Barkley type of running back, but I think he's a nice low-end to middle-of-the-pack RB2 that you can have rest of season at this point, honestly. Next, I got another running back. I got Samaje Perine. This is kind of more of a stopgap type of pickup because Joe Mixon most likely just has a concussion. He's going to be out a week, max 2 weeks. But it's worth it to at least own his backup. If you need a running back in a pinch, I think he's absolutely worth to go out and pick up. Again, he was very efficient actually in Joe Mixon's stead, putting up 28 fantasy points with 3 receiving touchdowns. As a heavy Joe Mixon owner, very, very painful for me. But I think Samaje Perine is absolutely a worth it pickup if you need a running back start for this next week. Yes, he is just a rental, but a rental at this point is good enough. The next guy I want to talk about is Treylon Burks, and Treylon Burks, he has first-round draft capital. He's in an offense with no wide receiver help. Whether we're talking about Robert Woods or Nick Westbrook or Kenny, I'm not really worried about any of these other wide receiver options. I mean, the tight end one is Austin Hooper as well. That means Treylon Burks is walking into near guaranteed target volume, and what usually targets are an earned metric at this point. They need him so desperately bad that even if he stinks, he's going to be getting targets. Furthermore, Derrick Henry is not a receiving back. Neither is Dontrell Hilliard, so I'm really not worried about this guy getting targets at all. Well, this is going to be a run-first offense at its core. They will be calling shots deep down the field, and we saw A.J. Brown have success in this system. Yes, A.J. Brown's a really, really talented wide receiver, but Treylon Burks does fit the A.J. Brown type of mold, so if we can see him be 50% of what A.J. Brown was, that is fine and a worth it waiver wire pickup. The next guy I want to talk about, another wide receiver, is Jameson Williams. I think Jameson Williams is an absolute must pick up this week because he is coming back from IR, and, well, yes, we don't know if he's going to be any good. He is coming off a torn ACL. The uncertainty is kind of almost what we're looking forward to here. I mean, he could be a very, very dominant player at fantasy football if given the right opportunities, especially considering, I mean, this is somewhat of a crowded backfield. They're not backfield. This is somewhat of a crowded wide receiver room. I mean, we do have Amon-Ra St. Brown. DeAndre Swift does figure to be utilized with a ton of targets. And I mean, DJ Chark is at least a serviceable wide receiver too, although he probably will drop off into wide receiver 3 territory once Jameson Williams is back. But this is a team that drafted him very highly despite him having a torn ACL. They clearly have a plan for him. So I'm not worried at all about Jameson Williams. I mean, yes, he is a risky pick, but a guy is absolutely worth a stash on your bench. And I think in deeper leagues, for the most part, he's going to be owned. In leagues with very, very savvy players, he's most for going to be owned. But in leagues where maybe you're playing in a family league or something like that, Jameson Williams is most likely not owned at this point. So I would absolutely go out and get him. The last player I want to talk about, and a guy I never thought I'd be talking about on a running back waivers video, is Cam Akers. Cam Akers did lead the Rams in rushing this past week. He is only 38% rostered, so he is at least worth a pickup here. Because one, he's got second round running back talent. I mean, they drafted him in the second round. They clearly liked him before he tore his Achilles. And now getting him 14 carries for 61 yards. I mean, it's not terrible. Obviously, it's only 6.1 points. But you figure he gets in the end zone, maybe gets a reception or two. That bumps it up just a tiny bit. I think he's at least worth a waiver wire stash. Not a guy we got there and tout very highly, but somebody I think that's at least worth it to go out and shoot your shot on. But anyways, guys, that is going to be it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, again, go give this video a like. I am answering every single comment, so please, if you guys have any questions, please let me know down below. I would love to help you all out. I want to see you guys all succeed in fantasy and win at your fantasy league. And subscribe to the channel, turn that notification bell on so you don't miss another video. With that, guys, as always, have a good day, a good night, and a good life.